All right, so if you're thinking about launching a product on Amazon in 2025, you need to listen up. My name is Alan, and I've been selling on Amazon for over 6 years now. I've done over $5 million in sales, and I have personally launched over 50 products for myself and for my clients as well. And when I say launch, I don't mean just random listing, I mean real launches. As you can see, this product that we launched for our clients did over $40,000 in just 2 weeks of launching. Others have done over $30,000, $20,000 in their first month of launching. And what I'm about to show you is based on actual experience on what is actually working right now in today's Amazon environment. So if you're planning to launch another product this year, I want you to pay really close attention because I am going to give you the exact launch strategy that gives you the highest chance of success. I'm going to show you 6 step-by-step playbook that we personally use for our own brands, and this is what we use for our private coaching clients as well. And we're gonna give it all to you right here in this video. So if you want to make sure that your next product launch is going to be a successful one, let's get into it. Now, before you even think about sending your inventory in or like turning your listing live, you need to get everything fully optimized for Amazon. And when I say optimized, I mean absolutely dialed in. Number one is that your main image need to stop people mid-scroll, right? Your infographics need to clearly communicate your USP, which is your unique selling position. Your product needs to visually explain why it is better than everyone else compared to your competitors who have thousands of reviews. So if you are not able to clearly communicate that to your customers, doesn't matter how good your product is going to fail. Then you want to make sure your titles, your bullet points, your product description, all of them have to be SEO embedded with the right keywords, but still feel natural and readable as well. If you are selling in the US market, we understand that there's a lot of people in the US who actually speak Spanish only. And when they are trying to buy something from Amazon, they will actually search the Spanish keywords in there. So embed Spanish keywords inside your listing is actually quite critical. That will reach out to more customers around the US, more customers that only speak Spanish. The best place to embed, Spanish keywords is your product descriptions, is your backing keywords, and your A+ content. So in your A+ content, you will be able to enter the A+ alt text on your images. That is the best place to put your Spanish keywords in there because that will embed that into your listing. Now, once you're fully dialed in, you want to make sure that your bullet points should also highlight all the benefits that your pictures highlight as well. Not just the features, but the actual benefits of your customers going to use it and what would they get out of it. Then you want to use your A+ content to tell a more story, like use like lifestyle images, comparison charts, use callouts, use credibility build, use brand story to build a deeper connections with your customers who have scrolled this far. Now, you gotta remember that every piece of the content on your listing is part of your sales team, okay? Your listing is basically a 24/7 salesman. Like if your salesman sucks, right? If they just mumble or that they couldn't communicate with your customer well, that your salesmen are not able to tell the biggest feature and biggest selling point of your product, and they don't say anything valuable to your customers, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose your customers, period, right? Like I'm sure that you have been talked to a salesperson many times in your life. Sucky salesperson just makes you want to leave and want to end the conversation right away. But a good salesman can actually bring the conversation very engaging, makes you have a deeper emotional trigger to want to buy the product. They communicate the benefits well, they communicate the products well, then it will make you want to emotionally buy it. It's basically using a psychology to let you impulse buy the product, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure that your listing is fully optimized, it is good, and make it great. And step 2 is the listing setup and the launch protection. So now that we have all the images, all the photos, all the infographics ready to put on our listing, now here's where most people actually screwed up. We don't want to put any of them inside of our listing yet. We don't want to install your images, your bullet points, your titles into the listing yet. When we first create the listing, we don't add any images or any unnecessary info unless it is required by Amazon. We only add the minimum fields required to save the listing, what we call to create a bare bone listing. You only have the bare minimum stuff inside of that listing. Then we go into the backend setting and actually set the offer release date and the merchant fulfillment release date to 1 or 2 years in the future. Now, the reason why we wanted to do this is that this keeps the listing hidden, like completely invisible to Amazon algorithm. Like it's telling Amazon that your listing is not available yet. Your listing should not be shown to customer yet. And that means Amazon is not going to start collecting impressions or conversion data until we are ready to launch, until the honeymoon periods begins. So if you are a Amazon seller, I'm pretty sure that you understand what a honeymoon period is. It's basically when you first launch your product, Amazon is going to give you extra traffic, extra customers to go into your listing and actually help you get the ball rolling and help you get more sales. All of the things that we have prepared in there, like setting your release date a year after, is to prevent Amazon starting your honeymoon period too early. We only want it to start a honeymoon period when we are finished and start uploading all of the images, copywriting, and everything. So when your inventory actually checks in to Amazon and when your inventory are actually started to become available to sell, then you sort of go back in, you update the release date to today, the day you want to launch, upload your final images, your final copy, and that's when Amazon sees your listing for the first time. And boom, your honeymoon period starts and every single thing you have on your listing is ready to launch. And that's how you get some extra sales from Amazon. Now let's talk about reviews, okay? So many sellers are just obsessed with waiting reviews before they're running ads, but in my personal experience, after doing dozens and dozens of launches, that's a huge mistake. And that's a huge time wasted trying to wait for reviews to come in. Having 0 reviews versus 1 or 2 reviews really doesn't matter. The conversion rate barely moves. People don't really care much if you only have 1, 2, or 0 reviews. 0 reviews compared to 1 reviews doesn't really change the outcome that this is a new product. It doesn't change the conversion that much. Think about this. The conversion of your listing, it doesn't only depend on your review. Review is just one part of a small piece of the pie. So think about this. The factor that will affect your conversion rate are your offer, is how much you're pricing your product in, is your main images, is your infographics, is your titles, is your bullet points, is your A+ content. It's how great your product is about if your product has a USP or not. Is your product better than everyone else? Is your offer more appealing than everyone else? Then it comes to review. Do you have good reviews? Do you have enough good reviews? See, all the things that we covered there, review is just part of the things that affect people's conversions, not everything. So I will not wait until you have every single thing then to launch your product, because now you have most of the things set up already. You just don't have the reviews yet, but that is going to affect your conversion rate, but not that much because you have all the other ones ready to go. So don't wait. Turn on the PPC right after your launch and then enroll into Amazon Vine as soon as possible, because Amazon will let you give out up to 30 units in exchange for reviews, and these reviews are completely compliant, fast, and usually high quality. But do not leave review request cards in your packaging. Do not incentivize the reviews. Do not ask your cousin and friends to write one, because those are the fast route of trying to get your account banned fast, okay? So just use Vine, just use the Amazon recommended way, which is why, and it works well. Now, if you've done everything right, great images, great copy, great products, and you still need to figure out one more thing, and that is your offer. Now, your offer is the product, the price, and then the positioning. And this is where I do things very, very aggressively. Okay, so when I first launch a new product, I do not price at my full target price. Okay, let's just say that I'm trying to launch a product that's selling at $100. Instead, what I would do is I will launch at 50% below my target price, which is $50. That's right, just half of the price that I'm launching. I know it sounds crazy, but here's the thing. You're not trying to make profit at launch. You're trying to generate keywords velocity. You're trying to gain sell velocity. You're trying to tell Amazon that people want to buy this product, so give me more traffic. So conversions and ranking is the thing that you're trying to look for. And when you are pairing with a great product with a killer price, you give people 0 reasons to say no, even if you don't have 0 reviews, okay? And that is how you win. Then in each week, I increase my price by 10%, okay? So week 1, 50% off. Week 2, 40% off. Week 3, 30% off, until I hit my full price by week 5, or that if I see that my velocity will start to decrease when I increase my price, I will keep at that price for another week. Then I will consider increasing my price back up again. Okay, so always test. Don't just increase 10% every single week, even though your conversions and then your sales are tanking. Okay, increase it whenever you see a more stable conversion and stable traffic, stable sales. And this pricing ramp let me climb the rankings, build reviews, and drive sales velocity much more faster. But here's a warning though: you need to have enough inventory. Like if you go out of stock in just week 5, all the momentum just dies. Okay, so make sure you are stocked for at least 8 weeks of launch. So let's talk about PPC. So as soon as we launch, we turn on PPC immediately. That's the strategy, right? We talked about that. We don't want to wait for reviews. We don't want to wait for organic sales. We go hard, we turn on PPC, we go aggressively. So here's what I would do. Number one is I would turn on automatic campaigns. And then on the automatic campaigns, there are 4 different categories that I can turn on, right? I only turn on the close match one, because then you are telling Amazon that I only want close match keywords about this product that you think that is going to convert, that you think is going to be related to my products. Then I will turn on exact match manual campaigns. We only target long tail, extremely relevant keywords. We do not want to launch broad keywords. We do not want to launch high volume generic terms, okay? Because long tail keywords help telling Amazon what our product is about, which keyword that you should be ranking our products for, which audience, which customers that you should put this product in front of their eyeballs. So generally, long tail keywords converts better, and they are much more affordable as well. Because if you're trying to target something too broad, people are going to be clicking a lot but not actually converting. So you want to make sure that your PPC only targets long tail keywords at the beginning phase, at the launch phase, at the long tail keywords that you most want to be ranked for. So how do we actually find the keywords, the long tail keywords that we want to be targeting and the keywords that we actually want to be using in our PPC? So what I recommend our clients to do is to use tools like Seller Sprite to reverse engineering our competitors. We will find out exactly which are the keywords that are driving sales for them, that are getting them views, that are getting them traffics, and then we go after those. So the tool Seller Sprite actually shows that the keyword that actually converts, not just the one that drives traffics, what people are actually searching before clicking the buy button, and how our competitors are actually ranked for all the long tail keywords. And this actually saves us thousands in wasted ad spend and give us a direct map to the profitable keywords and profitable customers. So if you want to learn how to use Seller Sprite to look for these keywords, I will link the video up right here for you to watch. Now let's talk about step 6, which is continuous monitoring your launch, right? The work doesn't just stop when you launch. You need to be monitoring consistently, right? So here are the things that you need to be monitoring. Your keyword ranking, especially the long tail keywords that you want to be ranked for. Your sessions count. Are you getting traffics? Your conversion rates. How are your listing converting? Is it above average or is it below average? If your conversion rate has a problem, you need to fix your listing. You need to fix your offer. You probably need to drop your price even more sometimes, right? Then you want to be looking at your ad spend, your PPC spend basically, and also your inventory levels. If your inventory starts selling quickly, you want to make sure that you start ordering your inventory at your suppliers right away. So I would track it weekly. And to be honest, when I'm trying to launch a new product, I try to track it every 3 days. I make adjustments. I adjust my PPC. I will try to kill the losing keywords. I will scale the winners, right? I will kill all the keywords that are just not related to my products. I will put them in negative exact, or for the keywords that are having a high ACoS, I will lower the bids, and then I will basically scale a lot on the winners, put more budget into it. So adjust your bids based on your ACoS, your tacos, and monitor your tacos to ensure the overall profitability of your first product. And once again, if you do happen to run out of stock, I say that it's a good and bad thing. The good thing is you know that your product is going to sell well, but then the bad thing is, all of the rankings, all of the things, all of the PPC money that you spend on your ranking actually gone to waste. Okay, so try not to go out of stock, but if it does sells well, congratulations, you got yourself a winner. You just got to make more inventory and spend more money the next time you launch, and make sure you don't go out of stock. So basically, that's the full launch system that we have developed and refined over the past few years. It helps us launch products from 0 to 100,000 per month and beyond. And this is exactly what we use in our own brands and in our own coaching programs. Now, thank you for watching. My name is Alan, and I'll see you in the next one.